Folks, after a break here today and for the next several days, the jet stream will become active once again with a trough of low pressure over the western and central U.S., a persistent pattern that will lead to days in a row of severe weather threats. I'm meteorologist Ted Keller. Welcome to Severe Thunderstorm Outlooks. So for today, Tuesday, quiet. Now on Wednesday, the lowest level of severe thunderstorm risk has been issued for Kansas. This has been in effect for the last couple of days now. So pretty much central Kansas is under the gun there for a marginal risk, 1 out of 5. Then we transition to Thursday, and there is this elongated area of level 1 that runs from northern Missouri all the way back to that same area in Kansas and ending up right along what is likely going to be a weak dry line that tries to take shape there over parts of Texas. So that is the next couple of days. We take a little bit of a break here. I want to show you real quick what the CSU idea is for severe weather on Thursday, and it doesn't get too excited about anything but hail, and even that I wouldn't call exciting at all and does not extend that risk into Texas. And remember, what we just looked at was this Storm Prediction Center's forecast, which is the official one, and the one you probably want to pay attention to the most. I put these up just for interest sake alone to see if there's any discrepancies. Now, Friday, they still are maintaining Kansas on the CSU learning model, although the Storm Prediction Center has not pulled the trigger on anything. But I think that there's probably room on Friday for a little bit once we get closer to that event. Now, this is significant. These next 3 days, Saturday, again, we move into that day 8, day 4 through 8 for the Storm Prediction Center. They issue it differently, so they only issue a 15 or a 30% chance of any severe weather within 25 miles. So the high plains of Texas, here, Amarillo, Lubbock, Odessa, all that area, that is under a severe weather risk for Saturday. That's almost identical to yesterday's outlook for that same area. Here's CSU's look at it. There's SPC, and they take severe weather risks all the way up into the Dakotas and Minnesota. What's the jet stream pattern that supports that? Looks like this. This is the EPS. This is a pretty strong trough of low pressure Saturday midday, and this energy is arriving a little late, although the winds will be increasing over this area, and it will become more favorable as Saturday goes on, especially Saturday night as some of these stronger upper-level winds begin to impede on that area. Let's go ahead and look at Sunday. It shifts east just ever so subtly. Really, the two areas kind of overlap. And so on Sunday, now from Wichita straight down to Oklahoma City and right into the heart of Texas, including Dallas, that's under the severe weather risk. And now we look at CSU's idea of a 15% probability. It stretches from Iowa to Texas. Their forecast at SPC is a little more limited. Just keep that in mind, a little grain of salt there to see if that can be extended northward. The jet stream that supports that has a negatively tilted long wave trough out over the west. That's pretty significant. So when these short waves come out like this, they are generally pretty good severe weather producers, really. That's Sunday's map, and there's still more energy, as you'll notice, coming in here. And then we go to Monday. People in the Ozarks need to realize you're in this risk area, almost all of us. But from Iowa down to Texas, this is the 15% chance for Monday. Again, CSU's version of that is pretty much an agreement. Again, a little bit more to the north, as it usually is, by the way, with the severe weather risk as compared to SPC's. And then the jet stream that supports that still shows a really strong active wind pattern over the central plains, and this is what is going to contribute to the overall shear necessary to develop supercells. So that's the start of the whole thing. Still a trough of low pressure out west. Now eventually this empired pattern will shift east to give us another break the middle of next week, and then beyond that, let's take a look at that. So here is the supercell composite for this week. So pretty much in line with what I just showed you. Not as extensive over this way yet, and the overall probability is not terribly high. But if we go through the 14th through the 20th, we are starting to see an active pattern, especially in South Texas. And then through the 21st through the 27th, once again, high plains of Texas, Great Plains, a lot of severe weather risk. It looks like the second half of April will still continue to be pretty active, especially in those areas right along the dry line. And then that creeps out a little bit when little waves push it east and then retreats back again to West Texas. That seems to be a common theme here as we take out the rest of April. Thanks for watching today's edition of Severe Thunderstorm Outlooks. This is published every day after the morning Storm Prediction Center update. Also, remember to check that site off on day one because they update it fairly frequently. If you like this video, please like it. Also, you can subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.